Hi everyone. Today we discuss about Azure Fundamentals AZ-900 certification. It is an entry-level certification which is designed for individuals who wants to demonstrate foundational knowledge of cloud services and how these services are provided with Microsoft Azure. I have provided some these frequently asking Azure fundamental questions to help you to pass the AZ-900 certification. First of all, we understand the cloud concepts. We should familiarize with basic cloud computing concepts such as infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service, public, private, hybrid cloud models. We should learn about these fundamentals of cloud computing such as scalability, elasticity, and effectiveness. We have some core Azure services, Azure pricing and support, security, privacy, compliances, and trust. So we have some Azure identity services, which we should understand how ADD integration with Azure services for authentication and authorization, Azure governance and compliances. About these compliances standards supported by Azure and Azure helps customer meet those standards. We should learn about the Azure management tools, which these tools are used to manage Azure resources and automatic tasks. We should also learn about the Azure monitoring and reporting also. These tools also helps customer how to monitor the health and performance of their Azure resources. By these practice and hands-on experience, utilize free resources such as Microsoft Learn Azure demonstration to study the exam. Practice with hands-on labs and exercise to reinforce your understanding of Azure services. By thoroughly understanding these concepts and topics, along with practical experience and practice exams, you will be well prepared to pass the Azure AZ-900 certification. Let us start the section where frequently asking Azure Fundamental AZ-900 questions. I have selected some questions which are frequently asking. So let us discuss about those questions. Let us start the section. First question. When you are implementing a software as a service solution, you are responsible for configuring high availability. So the question is, when we are implementing a software as a service solution, what are the responsibilities for configuring high availability? So it is a question, a basic question. So they have given options: no change is needed, defining scalability rules, installing the SaaS solution, configuring the SaaS solution. So I will explain in clear. So when we implementing a software as a service solution, configuring high availability is a crucial to ensure continuous access to the service. These involve setting redundancy mechanism, load balancing, other measures to minimize downtime and maximize the reliability. So coming to option D, the configuring the SaaS solution is the answer. The answer is configuring the SaaS solution is the answer. We are coming to option B and C, defining scalability rules, installing the SaaS solution. These are the overall implementation process but do not directly address the accept of high availability. So coming to option A, no change is needed. So it is incorrect. We should need to configure high availability. So the answer is configuring the SaaS solution is the answer. Next question. An organization that hosts its infrastructure in a private cloud can decommission its data center. Options are no change is needed in hybrid cloud, in the public cloud, on a Hyper-V host. So hosting infrastructure in a private cloud means that the organization maintains its dedicated cloud environment, typically within its own data center. However, opting a hybrid cloud strategy involves using a combination of private and public services. By flexibility of hybrid cloud, organization can decommission its own data center while still retaining control over certain aspects of infrastructure in private cloud and utilizing public cloud services for other needs. Therefore, up here the answer is C in the public code. Coming to option B and D, it refers to the cloud deployment models and are not relevant to the scenario described. Coming to option A, it is incorrect because the decommissioning a data center would involve a significant change in the organization infrastructure strategy. Next question. What are the two characteristics of the public cloud? A. Self-service management. B. Dedicated hardware. C. Metered pricing. D. Limited storage. E. Unsecured connection. So, let us discuss about the option A. Self-service management. Here, public cloud services typically offer self-service management capabilities or allowing users to provision, configure, manage resources, machine storage, networking without the need for extensive manual intervention. This empowers users to dynamically resource up or down based on their needs. So coming to metered pricing. Public cloud option C meter pricing. Public cloud services commonly employ a pay per use or meter pricing model where customers are charged based on their actual uses of resources such as compute power. Coming to option B, D, E are not the characteristics commonly associated with the public cloud. Coming to option B, dedicated hardware. It is a public cloud service typically used shared infrastructure where multiple customers' workloads run on the same physical hardware rather than dedicated hardware for each customer. Limited storage. It provides vast amount of scalable storage options allowing customers to store large volume of data without inherent. Coming to E, unsecured connection. It provides security and offer various tools and features to ensure secure connections and data protection. Here, the other secure measures, therefore, unsecure connections are not characteristics of public cloud services. So, coming to this question, there are the answer. We can go for self-service management as well as meter pricing. Why means these are the cloud services which typically offer self-service management, which we have empowers dynamically up or down based their needs. Meter pricing also. Yeah. How much we have used commonly employed PEP per use. It will charge based on their actual usage of resource. So the answer is self-service management. Next question. You have on-premises services that run Windows service. What should you implement to manage the servers by using the Azure portal? So the options are Azure Kubernetes services, Azure Arc, Docker, role-based access control. Here the answer is Azure Arc. Why means I will explain. Azure Arc enables you to extend Azure management and services to any infrastructure including on-premises server running Windows Server. By implementing Azure Arc, you can centrally manage and govern your on-premises services using familiar Azure tools such as Azure Portal, Azure Resource Manager, Azure Policies, Azure Monitor. These allows you leverages Azure capabilities for monitoring security, automation, hybrid environment, consistency, efficiency in management practices. So let us know what these why C, D, Kubernetes, Docker, role based or not. B. So coming to option A and option C, Azure Kubernetes services and Docker are containerization solutions which are not directly related to managing on-premises servers through the Azure portal. So through the Azure portal, we can't access on-premises servers from Azure Kubernetes and Docker. So coming to our back, option D. It is a fundamental aspect of managing access to Azure resource but does not specifically address the management of a on-premises server through the Azure portal. Next question. You plan to deploy 20 virtual machines to an Azure environment to ensure that virtual machine named as VM1 cannot connect to the other virtual machines. VM1 must be deployed to a separate virtual network. So this is a question. The options are no change is needed. B. Run a different operating system that other virtual machines. Deploy to a separate resource groups. Option D. Have two network interfaces. So in the question, we have to change this sentence or not. So VM virtual machine 1 must be deployed to separate virtual network. This sentence is right or wrong for this scenario. So it is right means we don't need to change the sentence. The answer comes no change is needed. If we want to change the sentence, we should choose from B, C, D. Which one will be the correct? So for this question, the answer is no change is needed. The given sentence is right only. So there is no changes needed. So why? I will explain you. Option A, which it required the oscillating the virtual machine one from other virtual machines. So no change is needed implements the correct deployment setup in sufficient, which is not the case if isolation is required. Option B, running a different operating system does not inherently isolate VM1 from the other virtual machines. Network isolation is typically achieved through network configuration rather than operating system. So coming to C, deploying to a separate resource group. So deploying virtual machine to separate resource group ensure that it is isolated from other virtual machines because the resource group provide a logical grouping Azure resources. We can place VMware in different resource group, can apply separate permissions, policies, control specific to the resource groups. Coming to option D, having two network interfaces from other virtual machines, it might provide additional network capabilities, but it does not address the requirement for separation at the resource group level. So the answer is no change is needed. So it means VM1 must be deployed to a separate virtual network when it is deployed to the virtual machine. Next question. When you needed to delegate the permissions to several Azure virtual machines simultaneously, you must deploy the Azure virtual machine to the same Azure region. So it is also one of the type of question. So here the sentence which is given is no change is needed, or we have to change the sentence. So coming to this, option A, no change is needed. B, by using the same Azure Resource Manager template. C, to the same resource group. D, to the same availability zone. So for this question, the answer is to the same resource group is the answer. The explanation is, you need to delegate permissions to several Azure virtual machines simultaneously, deploying them using same Azure Resource Manager template simplifies the process of managing and delegating permissions. So the option B, by using the same Azure Manager templates, the Johnson point that defines the resource to deploy in Azure and their configuration, deploying multiple virtual machines using the ARM template, consistency in their configuration, and easily apply permission access controls of them are collectively. Coming to A and D options, no change is needed, and the option D, same availability zone. These are not directly address the requirement of dedicating permission to multiple Azure virtual machines simultaneously. Deploying same Azure region, no changes. Option A, no changes needed. Deploying the same Azure region does not inherit facility delegations of permission. Coming to option C, to the same resource group. While deploying virtual machines to the same resource group may simplify management tasks, it does not specifically address to the need dedicated permission simultaneously to multiple virtual machines. Coming to same availability zones, which have achieving high availability within a region, distributing resources multiple data centers. So, for this question, the answer is to the same resource group, which means while deploying the virtual machines to the same resource group, it may simplify management tasks. It does not need to address the need to delegate permissions. Next question. You have an Azure subscriptions and 100 Windows 10 devices. You need to ensure that only users whose devices have the latest security patches installed can access Azure Directory integrated application. What should you implement? Option A, conditional access policy, Azure based on Azure firewall, Azure policy. The answer is conditional access policy. I will explain each options. A. Why the answer is conditional access policy means in Azure Active Directory allows you to enforce access controls based on specific conditions such as the compliance status of devices. In this scenario, we can configure a conditional access policy to grant access to the Azure AD integrated applications only if the user device meets certain requirements, such as having the latest security patches installed. These ensure that only devices with up-to-date security configurations can access the applications, enhancing the overall security posture of your environment. Why option B, C, D or not means those are not directly addresses the requirement of enforcing access based on the device compliances. So let us discuss why Azure Bastion is not Azure Firewall, Azure Policy. Here coming to Azure Bastion, it is a service provided by RDP and SSH access to virtual machines directly through the Azure portal, but it does not specifically relate to enforcing based on device. Coming to option C, Azure Firewall, it is managed network services, security service, control outbound and inbound traffic to the protect. Coming to option D, it is used to enforce organizational standards and enforcing configuration settings, but it is not specifically tailored to enforcing based on the Azure App to directly integrated applications. Next question. You can plan to connect and analyze event details for 5 Azure virtual machines. You need to run queries to compare the event details collected from all the virtual machines. Which two tools should use? Options are A. Azure Monitor, D. Azure Advisor, C. Log Analytics, D. Azure Service Bus, E. Azure Service Health. Coming to this question, there are two correct answers. One is Azure Monitor, another is Log Analytics. Why these two? I will explain you. Coming to Azure Monitor provides a comprehensive solution for collecting, analyzing, acting from Azure resources, including virtual machines. It allows to collect various types of data, including performance, metrics, logs, activity logs. It provides feature for querying, analyzing this data, enabling you to compare event details across multiple virtual machines. Why log analytics? I will explain. Analytics is a component of Azure Monitor that provides a powerful query language and advanced analytic capabilities for exploring, analyzing log data, including virtual machines from various resources. We can use the log analytic to run queries across the event details collected from all virtual machines, allowing you to compare and analyze the data efficiently. So, why B, D, E or not? I will explain you in clear. Option B, D are not directly related to the collecting and analyzing event details from Azure Virtual Machine. Why option B? Azure Advisor means it provides recommendations optimization of Azure resources based on the best practice, performance, efficiency, but it does not offer capabilities for querying the data. Option D, Azure Service Bus. It is a messaging service for connecting applications and services across cloud and on-premises environment. Option E, Azure Service Health provides. It provides personalized guidance and support update regarding Azure service issues and plan maintenance, but it does not offer querying and analyzing event details from virtual machines. So, the answer is Azure Monitor, Log Analytics. Next question. Which Azure services should use to collect events from multiple resources into a centralized repository? The options are Azure Analysis Service, Azure Event Hubs, Azure Stream Analytics, Azure Monitor. Coming to correct answer, Azure Monitor. The answer is Azure Monitor. Azure Monitor collects telemetry data from Azure resources, including events. It primarily focuses on monitoring and analyzing the performance, health of those resources rather than acting as a centralized event collection repository. So, why A, B, C are not correct? Option A, Azure Analysis Service. It is an analytical engine that provides enterprise-grade data modeling and analysis capabilities, which is not intended for event injection and collection. Event Hubs. It is an Azure service designed for collecting and ingesting event multiple resources. It is a centralized repository, which is not ingest data from various resources, including applications, devices, and services. Azure Stream Analytics. It is a real-time analytics service process, analyze streaming data from various sources, but it focuses on real-time processing rather than centralized event collection. So these are the questions which they have asked frequently in Azure Fundamental. It means AZ-900 question certification. By thoroughly you go through these questions, you will get definitely one question. I will upload more and more videos on this certification. Please subscribe the channel. Thank you. Thank you one and all.